Pay attention. Creepy weirdo.
I would like a strong, powerful woman to protect me.
He'll fight for America.
Hip. Poopy square.
The Playable Characters Podcast. Hey, everybody.
Welcome to
Playable
Characters Podcast. Look at that.
We just thought of that right then.
We're in sync. It's like we finished each other's.
It's almost like sandwiches. That's on Frozen, which I've watched 9,000 times.
I finally saw Frozen, by the way. It's good.
It's not bad.
I liked it.
There's some funny parts.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I thought it was going to be like very, very schlocky, but I was like, oh.
A couple of things make me laugh in Frozen still. Yeah, I've literally seen it probably 700 times.
Oh, yeah, I was like, for you, yeah, because you have a kid. So
I have one of those kids.
You have one of those things.
But I was going to say, you'd think after 102 episodes, we'd be in sync, and look at that, we are.
I know.
Level 102, everybody.
Woo!
I'm still being about episode 100 from 2 weeks ago.
It is amazing and so wonderful and fun, and I'm glad you all liked it and 5-starred it.
That's true.
Yes.
We're huge.
All of you.
Check us out on the Forbes article from a few weeks ago.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Google Forbes
and
Playable Characters Podcast.
Yeah,
there you go.
We also should be in Tom's Guide as well, so Google us there. Tom's Guide.
We got a lot of press lately. Hey, you know what? Thanks to Chris Gersbeck.
Yes, true. Thank you so much, Chris Gersbeck. Great publicist. Please use him.
For real.
Yeah, seriously.
That's not a joke.
Yeah.
People are like, you guys are always kidding.
I know.
That was the one real thing we'll say.
Yes. And now back to fake stuff.
Yeah, so I don't know what you mean by fake. Now, Calvin, when you heard we were getting this guest.
Yes.
First of all, by the way, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Playable Podcast. Email us if you want, playablepodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
What else? That's it.
Oh, yeah, and also if you have suggestions, email us, please.
Yeah.
Seriously.
We're running out of characters.
We really are.
We're not. We have so many left. But we like to hear... no, seriously, we need more.
So what if we have one of these guests in the studio now?
I mean, you shit your pants.
Yes, I did.
When we heard this guest was coming.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, we double-checked and fact-checked everything just to make sure.
Yes.
Because he's one of the most popular characters in one of the most popular games and your favorite game of all time.
Huge Street Fighter fan, as we all know.
He's like he's like the 1A and 1B, basically, of Street Fighter.
He was the two original of the Street Fighter playable characters.
Yeah.
So.
We have Ken Masters with us today. Hey, Ken.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? It's good to be here.
Doing well.
He's
right on. Yeah, it's so cool to be here with you guys today.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. Seriously.
Thank you. Thanks for using my surname, actually. Honestly, a lot of people still don't even know that I am of the Masters clan.
Look, he's so chill.
I know.
Thank you. You picked up on that right away.
You're very California. I like that.
Yeah, you know, it's you could take the guy out of Cali, but you can't take the galley out of the boy, you know?
Sure.
You can't tell, but I'm beaming. Maybe you can tell. It's coming through in my voice.
I mean, I'm feeling it. You can't see, but the monitor's spiking with excitement. It's
so
amazing.
giddy.
Oh, am I popping? I'm sorry. I'll step
No.
back.
I mean, you're good. No, but you're like popping and locking. Like it's good popping.
This guy, I like him.
I want to say it too. You're popping and locking.
Like, okay, well, I mean, it doesn't have the same
Yeah,
impact, obviously.
I was a little late. Sorry.
I'm just gonna support you, though. All right.
Yeah.
Dope.
We're excited. You're wearing the red gi.
I've got my gi on. I figured I might as well put on my formals because I heard that Calvin was a big fan.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
Kind of like Barney showing up with the head off. If I didn't do that, you know.
If you had like a flannel on, it would be weird.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be caught dead in a flannel.
No.
I just have I have my more formal red gi, and then I have like the knockaround home gi that has like the minions on it.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I got it at Five Below. I picked up a whole handful of them.
That's awesome. I'm also glad that you shop at Five Below. Aren't you supposed to be rich?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not supposed to be rich, Calvin. I am fucking rich. But I'm also a bargain hunter. So
that's why he's rich, man.
Oh, okay,
that's
awesome.
how the
I
rich
like that.
stay rich.
yeah,
right?
it's true. Yeah, I mean, you got to spend, but you don't gotta spend.
Seriously, yeah.
True. That's amazing. I like your laid back vibe. You're so like anti Ryu. You know, I feel like Ryu's always so serious
Brooding.
and like.
Yeah, you know, like he's my best bro, and I like admire a lot about what he does and what he's about, and you know where he's from, especially. Obviously, I spent a lot of time in Japan.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I'm very much acclimated to their way of life. I feel a little cold resentment not being there when I wake up every morning. It's
Wow.
No, that came out a little harsh, but I don't mean to harsh the vibe in the room, but
That's okay.
I definitely miss Japan. Like there's just certain things they just do it better. It's more efficient, you know?
Sure, there's subways for one.
Yeah.
For one, yeah. It just feels like everybody has a sense of purpose when they wake up in the morning, you know?
Sure, yeah.
And here it's just kind of like, how many times can you go down to the coffee shop, get like a CBD latte?
What's a CBD?
It's like some 3-lettered pot thing that's like all the rage right now. So
Oh,
I'm
Yeah,
cool.
it's like this like pot tincture,
I
basically.
didn't know that. Yeah, okay.
Of course you did.
Again, I have a child. I'm old.
It's all good.
You're right. When you have a child, you just stop with all drugs.
Yeah,
You
so-
should.
It's true though. I just don't know. I don't have the same sense of purpose as when I was, studying martial arts with next to my bro Rio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. So, I mean, are you looking? Where are you living now? You're not living here in New York. I assume California, maybe.
Yeah, no, I flew
Okay.
in.
Yeah.
I live in Manhattan Beach. I'm not going to say exactly where, but
Sure,
that's the general community.
Okay, I got you.
All right, good. I got a good watercolor of where it is.
Yeah, one of the Los Angeles Kings lives next door to me. He's a cool dude. I'm not going to say which one, but he's a cool guy.
Okay, I wouldn't know any, so that's okay.
That's fine. He doesn't know you either, dude.
So when you fly around for the matches and stuff, like, do you fly in your own private jet, or do you actually fly like coach or first class or business?
Coach, come on, Calvin.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
well, you Shopify below.
That's
I
right. He
don't know.
does save money. You're right.
There are certain things you save money on, like, Minions geese. And there's certain things you spend money on, like, dress shoes and flights.
Yeah.
In flights.
So, yeah, no, I don't fly private. Like, if it's a little inky-dink flight, like if I'm just going to Palm Springs, then yeah, I'll like they have that app. It's like Uber for rich people, and you fly instead of drive.
No, I do not know that.
Yeah, we don't know about that.
It exists.
We're not there yet. I know we're in Forbes, but not really.
Yeah.
They're helicopters. It's fine. You don't have there's no taking off and landing the way you expect it to. You just go
Yeah.
like whoop, you're going up, and then broop, you're going across. It's like the fucking Wonka Vader.
Okay.
But like more often than not, I'll do the first class, and
Yeah.
it's nice when you do like Emirates or something, and like it's a whole different floor of the fucking plane. You don't even have to see people. It's like you like sit on a bar stool and you raise up to the second floor.
Oh, is that
of the
right?
Airplane. Yeah,
Wow,
no,
that seems classy.
it is. I
One
mean,
day, Calvin.
Oh yeah, totally.
sometimes I'll just fucking uppercut my way up there and not even wait for the thing. It's like a very slow hydraulic. It's like using it's like one of those moving sidewalks at the airport. You could walk faster.
Just
if you
walk,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how tired are you?
Would your
Not that that's part of my airport experience. I'm just trying to sound
Yeah,
relatable.
totally. Thank
would
you.
your master approve of you just using the Shoryuken like that to just skip floors?
Oh, good
Yeah,
question.
I mean that's kind of dicey, and it's left up to interpretation. It's supposed to be.
He's not on the offensive, I guess.
Right, and that's the crux of my argument against it is that it's not directed at anyone. It's directed at like my situation, and that's kind of like ambiguous, I think. So I'm not about to do a roundhouse kick into like the guy that checks my receipt at Costco, which I also shop at, Calvin, because they have great fucking deals.
The most meaningless job on earth, I will submit.
Really?
The person who draws the line on the Costco receipt.
They're doing some quick math though. They're looking at
not.
They are, dude. They
They're
are.
not.
Oh man.
They are not
We'll
doing
talk
it.
about this when we're offline.
Yeah.
So, how did you get involved in the tournament itself? Because I mean, you're training with Ryu. And,
Yeah, so it's
What
funny.
came came first, training with Ryu or getting to that tournament?
Training with Ryu came first.
Okay.
And, him and I were just like little karate pups together.
How'd you guys meet?
It was the strangest thing. One day I didn't exist, and then the next day I existed, and I was like kind of a palette swap of this Japanese dude.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And like I feel like how am I gonna delineate myself? Like how am I not just gonna be like kind of like the blonde, pardon the pun, Ken doll of
Right.
like this franchise? So, like we kind of just got thrown together as as wind throws people, fate throws people to the wind.
Sure.
I tripped over my own poeticism
It's all right.
there.
It's very zen of you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, bro. And we were training together, which was great. And then I kind of like bounced back to America and like cleaned up in all the karate tournaments
Yeah.
and like just kind of was like sitting on a big pile of success.
Now, how old were you then? Were you entering adult tournaments or like were you beating up kids? I'm just curious.
Oh yeah, no.
'Cause you seem like you just kind of like were like brand new to life. So I'm not sure if you were young still or.
No, I kind of skipped over 15 years of intense
Okay.
soul-rending
Yeah.
Yeah.
like torturous training that like honed me into like a killing machine.
Mm-hmm.
But a chill one, I'd like to think.
You seem super chill.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The chillest.
Oh wow, superlatives even. So yeah, no, I cleaned up a bunch of karate tournaments, like, you know, like if Cobra Kai was real. And
Yeah.
If?
If, yeah, I mean, you know, if it was more real than it is now, which is how real
Yeah.
we
Right.
want to. Let's not peel this onion back too deep. But yeah, no. So Ryu was like, oh, you know, we got in touch, and I don't remember who called who, but it was like, oh, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm not doing jack shit. What are you doing? He's like, oh, I won this fucking karate tournament
Oh.
by doing like the same fucking moves the both of us know.
Yeah.
You know, do with that knowledge what you like.
Oh, okay.
I was like, so just to reconfirm, you like did the same freaking moves that we both know
Yeah.
and won like this prestigious karate tournament, and we're like however many years old we are at this point.
Yeah.
To not answer your question, and
Yeah. I know it's usually just 2 question marks, so it's hard to tell.
that's intentional, dude. It's
Yeah.
like a mystique kind of thing.
I assume late 20s. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Whatever. Dude.
Okay.
And like,
Age is like whatever, right?
long story short, impossible at this point. But let me try to wrap it up. I was like wicked green jealous about all this, and I was
Yeah.
like, well, ring a ding ding, bitch. I'm gonna get on a plane.
Wow. Your plane? Was it your plane
At this
then?
point, I did not
Okay.
really.
Right.
I didn't really have my own
Sure.
thing. It was just still kind of like flying, like business, but like.
Wow. Just like the rest of us.
Yeah, you fly business, Calvin. Sure. So
Calvin's all business.
so I enter this first tournament, and like it's kind of like me and him like whippity wappity back and forth until like the last dude is my man with the eye patch, Saget.
Yeah.
And yeah, like we whipped his fucking ass, and
Did you-
which was cool.
Big guy though, right?
very
Huge
huge.
fucking dude.
Were you
And-
intimidated at first, maybe?
Yeah, no, I can't. Like anybody that's that fixated on fucking one thing is like weird to me. And that guy is so fucking weird about tigers. It's like tiger this, like
Right.
oh man, like tiger. You know,
It's not even. There's no.
I'm
title.
not even doing it good. Like if Rio does it really good. If I didn't, if I could do it like it, you would be laughing harder. But it's like he's like tiger. Oh, it's not cute either. And like he'll do the same shit, but he'll like kneel and do it again. Like, it's weird.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a tiger at all.
Anyway, for whatever reason, they invite him back for the next big tournament,
Sure.
and like it's just like kind of us three from the original crew, like looking around, like who are these new guys? you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
And you know, we start a cool new tournament, and like the rest is history. Like the first one was like it kind of flew under the radar. Some people dug it, but like when we joined up with that new crew and like the fucking Russian dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Zangief.
Chun Li.
Yeah, oh God, Chun-Li. I haven't thought about that bitch in forever.
Really? I always think about Chun Li.
Do you?
Yeah, she's cool.
She's cool. She's got meaty thighs. Nice woman though.
Yeah, yeah.
And
She's Ryan's favorite character,
Yeah,
actually.
she's my favorite. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you're
Your favorite
you're
person.
my second.
Can I ask you something about her then?
Oh, please.
Did it rub you a little weird when she started doing like a fucking Hadouken like us?
You know, as a I-
Because it was kind of weak sauce. Like it didn't even fucking
it
carry
was
very
slow.
far.
You have to do you have to do
Yeah.
the weak one, so you have to go far.
I remember
the strong one goes short. That was
Yeah.
weird.
I remember pulling her aside after she did it the first time and being like, what's up? You want
What's
to
up,
talk?
bro?
Like, you
What's
want to
up,
talk?
bro?
No, it wasn't aggro at
Okay.
all in any way. I was just kind of like confused about it. And I was like, is it homage or is it
Yeah.
like, do you want to like really try to do damage with this? Because you should go back to the drawing board. Though.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not very effective.
It's
Well,
and then I did like my like fucking like
world famous.
world
one.
famous one like right into her fucking dome and like knocked her out. And I was like, that's a fucking Hadouken.
Yeah.
You know, so
It was I still forget half the time that she has that. So when I'm like, oh, that's right, because I played it for forever in Street Fighter 2 with no
Yeah.
fireball. Now she
It's
has
just
one.
kicks and. But were you threatened by Dalsim's fireball then?
Mm.
I mean, granted, it's a mouth fireball, not a hand fireball. So I
yeah,
guess.
here's the dirty secret about Dalsim's fucking fireball. I mean, there's nothing. Sorry, there's nothing.
No, tell us.
There's nothing too like mystical about it. It's more of like a chemical reaction. Like my guy just literally keeps fucking butane in his mouth,
Okay.
Oh.
and he'll just go, you'll go flame.
Yeah.
He's got one of those little sparky things in between his fingers, and he spits fire. It's a great trick.
It's
a
kind of
great
like a
effect, don't get me
WWF
wrong.
move, I guess. In
Yeah,
a way.
but he's not. It's a very much a WWF. It's like he hiding the razor in
right.
in the band.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of bullshitty.
Well,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like take the luster off of.
well, come on,
Dawson.
Calvin. I mean, did you really think he could spit fire all the time, no matter what?
Well, I thought it was a whole like mystical yoga thing.
He does teleport.
The yoga stuff is really tight, and yeah, he does teleport.
Maybe
Yeah.
it is real. I
That's
don't know.
no like sleight of hand. Like
Yeah.
he's in one place and then he's in another place.
Right. He stretches.
Here's the thing: like, if you're gonna spend all that time and energy and effort to learn how to like stretch your fucking limbs
Yeah.
and like literally teleport, like, all right, I'll allow some sleight of hand if you actually just want to spit fucking butane at me.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not. I honestly,
So I guess it partly like burns you, also gets in your eyes, maybe.
it smells
Yeah.
like fucking death too. Like
Oh.
honestly, and even after a match, like it'll still like the odor of it'll be kind of coming
Mm.
out of his mouth. He'll be like, "So, how would you think we did?" I was like, "Oh God, dude, fucking turn away if we're gonna talk."
It's in his mouth for a long time. So.
Yeah,
and,
it's not
and
the
he,
kind-
he's an old man, basically.
He's
Yeah,
not a
he's-
spring chicken.
Yeah,
He's
so I
like
guess
in his 50s now or something.
so he's got that odor.
Dalsim is he's 60 even. He turned
Yeah.
60. We were there with Guile the other week for his 60th.
Oh, nice. Where'd you guys go?
Oh, we went to the VA. I mean, Guile just kind of hangs out in the lobby there.
all the time.
Yeah, we went to Guile. It wasn't like a Guile came and met us. thing,
Oh,
so,
okay.
Oh.
So
there's-
Dawson wanted to have a party.
yeah, it was like, so who will still meet with me, considering I've got this awful,
Odor.
Exxon Valdez breath,
Yeah.
and
You and
I'm like, who won't mind your presence, or who barely know you're there is Guile. So we should just go see Guile, and yeah.
Because he's so fixated on himself. Is that why?
Who's that, Guile?
Yeah.
No, Guile doesn't know where the fuck he is.
Oh, I got you.
He's a wreck.
He does seem like very shell-shocked at times.
Yeah, it's not like every one of those sonic booms was completely like directed away from him. Are you familiar with physics? Like he was getting he was getting
Right.
he-
It starts like behind him, actually.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
throws it.
Yeah.
Oh, so he kind of destroyed his own brain, you're saying.
yeah, Guile. Oh my God, Guile has. Like when you see a really nice piece of marbled meat at the supermarket, it's like one of those really prime ones, like $80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the degree of CTE you're gonna see inside of Guile's brain when they cut him open.
Oh, man.
Oof,
That's
that sounds
sad.
rough.
Yeah, we hear that a lot from some characters now that have been in the game for a while. That some, they start to have these effects, I guess, especially the fighting characters.
Oh, yeah.
You take a lot of blows to the head, dude. That's why I
Yeah.
try to stay chill about things. And it's kind of a
tell.
defense mechanism because if I ever start to lose a step, like everybody will be like, oh, that's just Ken. He's chill.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Are you okay, Ken? Right now?
think-
Right? You wanna wake up?
I think you just.
Hey, man, let's do it.
Okay, cool.
dude.
Welcome back.
Good.
Yeah, man. Great to be here, dude.
So, you chat about like there's a bunch of like new characters who are now in play, and like since then there's been even newer characters. Like, I remember there's the first four afterwards. There's like T-Hawk and Cammy and
Oh,
DJ.
yeah.
Yes.
Actually, you seem
Fei
like you and DJ
Long.
would get along really well. You and DJ have a chill, like kind of.
DJ's a cool dude, but I
A
feel
little hyper
I
for
don't
Ken.
know if I've ever actually spoken to DJ. You know
Oh,
what I
really?
mean by that? Like, I feel like he's always on type thing.
Yeah. Oh, I hear you.
You
Yeah, that's what I was
know?
gonna say. He's
He is dancing a lot with maracas.
all the
Yeah,
time.
it's like, come on, dude. Like, put the fucking maracas down. I'm trying to talk about, like, stock options. With him.
Yeah.
And it's like, so, I mean, and it's not like I brought up stock options often, but every now and then I'd be like, DJ, you got a little bit of cash now. I think you should
Yeah.
learn how to manage it and move it around so that you could live, like, And he's just chick it to chick it to chick it, chick it to chick it to chick it. I'm like, oh, you know what? Never mind, dude.
That probably gets annoying. I could see that.
It gets really annoying.
Yeah.
Fei Long was a great guy. We had a Bruce Lee-sized hole in our hearts for a couple of years there after the untimely death, and
Sure.
you
He felt it pretty good.
Faye was like, you know what? I'll do it. I'll be a Bruce Lee type.
Yeah.
And he had that great, I like to think that Faye's combo with a whip woo.
Those fists.
Oh, yeah.
Those fists.
Rakikens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a real, that was a precursor of a lot of like mechanics of a lot of guys that came after him. So
Sure.
I give him a lot of props for that, bringing that into the fold as early as he did.
Is he from China or Japan?
He's from
Feilong?
Hong
He's from
Kong.
China.
He is China. So yeah, he's from China, and you're a big fan of Japan. You said before.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, big fan is one way of putting it. I'm certainly, I'd like to return to Japan and spend more time there. I think that I don't have anything keeping me in the States. I've got no family. I'm not seeing anyone.
Oh, that's sad.
I thought you were married with a kid.
Yeah, fuck. So much for that. Thanks a lot, Calvin. It's kind of using this to put out some feelers, but so much for that.
Calvin, man, you blew
My
it.
wife was
Well-
never gonna listen to this, dude. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, I feel like
Oh,
Ken, you're
I
kind of
can
letting
just
me down
imagine
here.
there were like so many girls like listening to this just now whose like hearts were like flying at the
Like
thought.
Ken's available.
Oh Christ, Jesus! Whatever. Yeah. So the cat's out of the bag. But if anybody's a piece of shit and still wants to fool around, I'm around. You know.
I mean, Ken's got his priorities, I guess.
I mean, I'm sorry. I just look up to you so much, and I thought you were all happily married and like just a chill guy.
I am so
Well-
happily married. I love my fucking wife. I do.
He's world famous
Do
jet
yeah.
traveling. He just wants,
It's like, do you like steak? I love steak. Like sometimes I want a fucking greasy slice of pizza. You know?
Ken, I'm a bit disappointed.
Have you seen One Punch Man?
No, I have not
Oh,
actually.
it's so good, dude. You gotta check it out. Like, I just got Crunchyroll, and like everyone was telling me that I would really dig One Punch Man because it was like kind of like commentating on anime, and like they're so right, dude. Like it's just like so fucking funny. Like watch it and then like send me like a DM and I'll think about accepting it and I'll check it out.
That's great, but I really want to go back to this serial adultery problem that's going on here.
Yeah, I guess I didn't subvert that line of convo. So
No, I'm sorry.
it
I mean,
happens.
it's fine.
it's okay. We'll move on. My dreams are crushed, but that's okay. Don't worry about it.
What's your favorite thing to do in Japan besides train? Obviously, like what else do you do there?
The food, dude. Like you can just like the food stalls. Like, oh my god, I've had like the greatest fucking fresh fish I've ever had in my life. Like fucking like
Fresh fish?
fresh fish, dude. Yeah, it's just out of this world. Like it was like caught like 5 minutes earlier, and then it's like
That's
in
super
your mouth.
fresh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good to have fresh fish. And
Do you
like-
surf?
yeah, dude. Do I surf? Fucking look at me. Come
I
on.
assumed. I don't know. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, you know, like it would be a sin to not let shoulder-length blonde locks like these
Yeah.
ripple in the fucking pack sun.
That's kind of true.
Like everybody calls it out there, the pack sun.
Now you said you wear your formal gi, your minion gi.
For a key, yeah.
You don't wear flat. Do you have just like a jeans and a t-shirt or anything, or is it
You like knockaround gi, you mean?
Well, no, yours is you have your minions gi, you have your,
That's
sure
what I
you have
just said,
several-
but I'm saying,
no,
do you
you
have,
have several gi, right?
No, do you have like not regular clothes, but regular clothes?
So not that,
So-
but that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I'll throw on, like, if I'm going down to, like, Target or something, I guess I'll throw on a pair of Dockers and, like, a nice T-shirt.
Okay, I was
and,
just curious.
You know, but, like, if I want to fly under the radar, that's what I'll do. Because if I wear the
Right.
gi, everybody's
People
like,
know.
oh, there's Ken. But if I'm wearing, like, you know, like Dockers and, like, a nice T-shirt, it was like, you know, that guy's hot, but I don't know who the fuck he is.
do you walk around Japan with just your gi on and no shoes?
With no, yeah, I wear sandals. I don't wear
Okay.
no shoes. I take them off to fight.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
But
You got
no, I'm
sandals
not
on.
walking around barefoot anywhere. That's like I don't care how clean your society is. You know, there's still automobiles. I'm not gonna.
I wish I could ask about when you're fighting barefoot in like all these other locales. I mean, don't you ever worry about like getting cut on some glass or some,
Oh yeah. No, the soles of my feet look fucking terrible, dude. Like I've had like like when what's a good example of this? You know, like when Mick Foley finished that Hell in a Cell match against Undertaker and he had like 90 fucking thumbtacks. in him?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's like that, but with various detritus from like Calcutta when I'm fighting Dalcium.
Who's your favorite and or least favorite fighter to?
Oh God, don't do this to me. Oh
Come on,
Jesus,
do
your
it.
favorite's Rio.
Okay, sure.
But
Do you guys know each other's moves, like when it's coming? Like, do you mean?
I know exactly when Rio's coming at me.
Yeah.
I know everything he's gonna do. We're like,
Is it always a draw?
it's always just two. It's like two limbs of the same torso contorting against one another
Yeah.
rhythmically. You
Oh,
know,
it's beautiful.
it's just
yeah.
one of my favorite people on the planet. One of
seems
the
like
best
it.
men I've ever had the pleasure of sparring with.
Yeah.
Yeah, so least favorite? Oh, fuck. Vega's a creepy fuck, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh,
He's got
yeah.
blades too. Like that's not really
And there's
fair.
something about just climbing. There's something about climbing that's just weird and arachnid, and I don't care for it at
Yeah,
all.
it's like catch me if you can. It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
He's
you
playing
know,
coy.
and he's got that weird Kenny G hair behind the fucking
Yeah, he
mask,
does.
and I'm just not. You know what? I guess it's unfair to judge him on his aesthetic because he's actually a very talented fella.
Sure.
You know, more power to him. I watched him play Highlight once. He's very good at that as well.
That's-
Yeah.
Well, he is from Spain, so yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a Spanish game?
Yeah.
Highlight?
It is,
Highlight.
yeah. He's very skilled. The only time I ever spent with Blanca outside of work was going to that highlight match to watch Vega, and Blanco was bored to fucking tears. He was chewing on the seat in front of him. But I enjoyed it. It was tough to keep your eye on the ball, but I was like, whatever, it's a scene, dude.
Goes like 400 miles an hour, doesn't it?
No, that's preposterous, dude. It's not going 400 fucking miles an hour. It's a jet plane. But still, it's
180, maybe?
Yeah, okay, cool. Why not? Let's pick a number out of a hat.
I'm surprised you're so cool.
People
with that.
can throw it, like pitchers can throw a baseball 100 miles an hour. So
That's true, yes.
I think it's like 180 maybe.
You could win, yeah.
400 is too much. You're right.
Yeah.
At its peak. No, its peak. All right.
I'm surprised you're so chill with M. Bison, though, since he's all, dictator.
Who said he is?
I don't like to talk ill of the dead, and Raul Julia was a brilliant man. And
Oh, you've seen the movie?
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, the real Bison is such a product. I don't even like. I'm sorry. To me, Bison, capital B Bison, passed with Raul Julia.
Gotcha.
He was the embodiment of it. It's
Yeah.
kind of like how those guys on the Ben and Jerry label aren't even the real Ben and Jerry. That's another movie reference.
true?
No,
I
that's,
did
that's
not
a,
know that.
That's a City Slickers
Oh,
reference.
sorry.
Ken, you watched a lot of movies.
Hey, dude, I don't have to fucking work. So.
He's on planes a lot. I get it.
So
Yeah.
you just train and just catch up
Watch
on
movies.
You know who has a really disappointing Apple TV app? Turner Classic Movies. Like, I thought you'd get like Maltese Falcon. I thought you'd get, it's like shitty like shorts that aired before like some B movie before
Wow.
1955.
Look at that.
Damn.
We're getting the real dirt here on this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, Turner Classic Movies. Disappointing Apple TV app. Heard it here.
You heard it here first and only, probably.
I know it takes a lot to get me not chill.
You're getting a little antsy right now, I can tell. Yeah.
I'm a little antsy in the pantsy, I suppose. Thanks for noticing.
That's all right.
No problem.
What else do you want to tell us, Ken?
Yeah, is there any things?
Well, yeah, I want to
on the
promote a
horizon?
couple of upcoming appearances, I
Oh, yeah.
guess. I'm going to be at a GameStop. I'm not going to tell you guys which one, but I'm going to show up and, just
Better
kind of
hurry.
like walk around, like probably hit on one of the female attendants.
They're sassy. Watch out.
Yeah, they're sassy. Like, I just have a weakness, dude, They're just like, it's just the hottest thing to me is being into me. Does that make sense?
Sure.
And like all these GameStop girls are just, I'm not going to go down this road. It's weird. But like, as far as what I want to tell like your audience as a whole, it's that like chase your dreams, follow your heart, and try to be as true to yourself and your mission and your bros and your training as you can be every second of every day.
Do you hear that,
I
Calvin?
love that. Yeah.
Every second, Calvin.
And I'm sorry if like some of the luster came off the old Ken Apple by meeting you, Calvin. I don't want to.
I like him more. I think it's cool.
Oh, right on, dude. It's
Not
nice
be-
to hear that, dude.
Not because of the thing Calvin doesn't like you anymore, but I just mean just in general.
just getting to know me.
Just getting to know you. See?
Getting to know me, you like me more.
Yeah.
That's rare, and I appreciate you telling me that.
Calvin, anything?
No, I mean that's it. That's all.
Can you do you want to ask me anything about like
Japan?
yeah, I just feel a little weird that like
No,
yeah.
it's fine. Like it's seriously, it's okay. And like
I didn't realize that so much of your like image of me was like wrapped up in like something as antiquated as monogamy.
I mean, I just not that I'm a traditionalist at all. I just would always see pictures of you and your wife and your kid just around, and I just assumed like, oh, you're such a great devoted husband
He
and father.
may still be. He provides for them, I'd imagine.
Again, I really like my wife and kid. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Stop saying he doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
All right.
Hey, Ken, you want to play a quick game with us of Wed, Bed, Dead?
Yeah, let's do it.
Wed, Bed, Dead, everybody! Yay!
Mm.
So this is a game where we give you 3 characters from video games.
Mhm.
Tell us who you want to wed, who you want to bed, and who you want
Ooh,
dead.
I'd like to see dead.
Sound
Okay.
good? So
All
this-
right. Yeah, this is fun.
This first one is from the Castlevania series. I believe he's the star of the Netflix. Trevor.
Phenomenal.
Trevor Belmont.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
Right.
Yes.
So vampire hunter.
Yes, he has a sacred whip. If you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm not against it.
Yeah. He's got the hair like you, kind of, right?
Yeah.
So kind of cool. How else would you explain Trevor, Calvin? Anything else besides he fights vampires?
I mean, that's pretty much it.
He wears
of
leather.
Yeah, a lot of leather and animal
So
skin.
I'm gonna give one of those 3 things to Trevor.
Yeah.
Wed, bed, dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to like bet him, right? I mean,
Well, hold on.
Next up.
oh, we're gonna do
Yeah,
one
I'll
for all
give
3.
you the other choices too. This next one is you know this guy, I'm sure. Abel
Yeah.
from Street Fighter.
Yes.
So he's a big dude.
Large
Big wrestlery guy.
Wrestler,
He's,
right?
He's
M.
French.
Bison's like clone son
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
of sorts. Yes.
Oh, he
Yes.
wears just like kind of like a blue outfit with very short pants.
Yeah.
I guess you can say, right? Those
Yeah.
short, tidy pants. This next one is Great Tiger from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, the original NES game. Great Tiger. He's got the turban.
Yeah.
He's got the
Got to watch the jewel on his turban.
yeah,
There.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about,
That's
right?
the key.
So Great Tiger. So Wed Bed Dead. We got Abel, Great Tiger, and Trevor Belmont.
Okay, yeah, no. So I'm gonna stick with what I said before. I knew the full rules of the game. I'm gonna bed Trevor Belmont.
Okay.
Dude's a freak, but I don't want to see him ever again afterwards.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna marry the Great Tiger, and I'll tell you why. I dig opulence, dude, and like the dude just drips it, and I know that like our home life will be a little cold and distant, but like it's gonna be gold appointed, and like I feel like I can make peace with that.
That's beautiful.
And that leaves me killing the French dude, which is sad, but whatever.
Damn.
Yeah.
And plus, you fought him before, so it's kind of
Yeah.
finishing the job here.
Yeah, we never got to know each other very well, and to be fair, I don't have any reserves killing him.
That's fine. Here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to wed Trevor Belmont. I think, again, a little broody and meh sometimes, but being able to fight demons, if that ever does come really true, would be, I think, a cool. He'd be a good sidekick to have.
Sidekick? That's not how you treat a
Not-
spouse.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
In a good, equal
Yeah,
sidekick.
You should.
Equals-
My wife
so
is
partners.
an equal partner.
Partner, that's-
So partners.
that's what I meant.
That's what that's called.
I meant partner.
My wife knows I respect and honor her and treat her as an equal in our
Yeah.
marriage, dude. And you
Right.
should really emulate that, I think.
That's a good save. That's way too late, but it's cool.
There you
I
go. That
appreciate it.
was great.
Thank
So I will wed him because he would be a good partner when the zombie apocalypse and vampire apocalypse comes, I think.
Fair.
Yeah, these next two choices are rough, though. I think I might be the same as Ken here. I'm going to Dead Abel just because I never liked him in the game.
Oh,
Never liked him.
wow.
I thought he was hard to use and he was just kind of annoying,
I
to be
never-
honest.
This is what I meant when I said I never got to know him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's such an anonymous guy.
He is.
Like, oh, he's dead? Well, wow.
I don't like his nose either.
Okay.
He's got a,
okay.
he got a little
all
pointy
right.
Wow.
nose,
That's
doesn't he?
that's a bit. That's
I'm
a bit
just saying.
harsh.
What? I just said his,
That's harsh.
It's a nose.
Yeah. So.
But it's got like, there's some baggage with that, dude. You gotta calm down.
I didn't know.
I know. Seriously, there could be like an Owen Wilson thing. You don't know.
It might be, but anyway, he is a fighter. You're right, and I'm gonna have to bed Great Tiger because, yeah, I don't know. It
Something
seems
about him.
there is. It's just something about him there. It seems intriguing. Finally get some color, right, for me.
Wow.
Wouldn't you appreciate that?
Yes, I would. I mean,
See?
that is nice. You know what? I do appreciate
Yeah.
that.
So I'm trying to mix it up
There
a little
you
bit.
go. Get some swirl on.
And I do want to see if I put the turban on, do I get some of those cool quick powers? Or
I don't
something?
think it's a Frosty the Snowman type situation, dude. I think he's like a legit Swanee.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna find out in bed.
Okay.
So
Alrighty then.
go for it, Calvin.
The Mask, 1994.
Sorry,
I just watched it recently again.
So
Weird. I will.
Cam Diaz in her prime,
Oh wow. Yeah, that was in her first movie.
pretty much.
Damn.
She was in her prime.
Wow. All down.
She was. No, not all.
We
downhill.
did Good Morning America the same time in like, I don't know, 2003, 2004.
Oh, yeah?
And her skin looked fucking terrible back then. I
Oh,
can't
wow.
imagine what 15 years has done.
And I said something about a nose. See,
Wow.
Well, that's racist. Mine's just about skin. Bad skin. At that.
So, I will dead Great Tiger because I think that using jewels in boxing is cheating, and as you know, I'm not into cheating in any form. So,
Yeah,
not gonna-
Jesus Christ.
he's gotta go. Sorry.
Dear Prudence.
I would bed Abel. I think he'd be like fun, and he knows a lot of throws. So he'll throw me around.
he's gonna throw you through a wall, dude.
No,
Careful.
he'll do love throws, not like hate
All right,
throws.
all right.
Judo chop you in half.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I can be into that.
Look
Judo
out.
chop the right place. And I would wed Trevor actually for a lot because in case anything happens, he has a lot of holy water that's helpful in case I do something.
I like how you guys are willing to marry an abusive alcoholic because you're such pussies. Like, oh,
Touche,
the zombies
Ken.
are gonna come get me. I'm gonna marry this fucking oafish lout who just might be able to save me.
Well, we like stability. We like providers and protectors.
Yeah, go buy some boards at the Home Depot and try to break them, dude. Like honestly, like get hard.
I'm sorry, we can't all Hadouken our way out of problems.
That's
okay?
true. If you can you teach us after maybe how to maybe at least conjure a little Hadouken?
Yeah, do you have a spare 20 years?
No, I don't.
Sorry then, no, I can't just fucking teach you Hadouken.
Sorry.
Can we just learn under a waterfall or like?
Yeah, you can learn a lot of shit under a waterfall, just nothing from me.
All right. Well, you know, Ken, thank you so much for being on this.
So
I really
cool.
appreciate
It's one of
this.
the biggest stars we've had on the show so far.
Thank you. You didn't have to say that, but I'm glad you finally did.
Yeah.
It was great to be here, boys, and thanks again for having me.
So
and,
great.
I'll do it, you know, if there's a reason to, I'll see you again sometime, I guess.
I hope so.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Ken, thank you so much.
Yes.
Man.
All
And
right.
everybody, we will talk to you all
Next week.
Yay.
Today's playable character is portrayed by writer, comedian, and producer Billy Keenly. Please check out his website, billykeenly.com, to find out about more of his creative projects. That is BILLYKEENLY.com.